Right, we're going to sit on the floor for this one. So, it's currently, we're currently focused on my face, but it's currently 7:30 at night on Christmas evening. And if anyone watched the 17-minute long that my last video yesterday was up for, like I put a video up yesterday going into the fact that I didn't really want to do YouTube anymore for now. Nothing was going to be forever. I just didn't see much point to continue. And if anyone caught even a glimpse of that video, they're probably really confused, like, why is Alex's face back on my home screen or wherever you find me? So, things have happened, nothing, but I believe everything happens for a reason. Every thought we have, every feeling that we feel, I believe comes over us for a reason. Any instance that happens, any situation that happens, always happens for a reason. And, everyone we meet for a reason. You get the idea. And I believe that the universe told me, Alex, just keep going. Just keep doing it. And so I was up most of last night thinking about life, contemplating things. Last night as in the night between the 24th and the 25th. Early Christmas morning. And I was like, I don't really know where I'm going, what I'm doing. Any of that. I'm 25 in 3 months. A little over 3 months, and I still feel just as lost as I did when I was a teenager. But I came to the compromise because I know there are some people, even if it's just one person that I know enjoys these videos, and not so much enjoys, I'm not really too sure, but they find comfort in them, I think. I don't know. And I feel bad taking someone's comfort away from them. We shouldn't just give up just because we're a little bit sad. We shouldn't give up on anything or anyone just because they're that situation or they're a little bit sad, And so I came to the compromise that I'll carry on making videos, but I'll do it once a month. And they will come out roughly, there won't be no specific day, but they'll come out roughly in the last week of each month. Then people still get a consistent amount of videos of me. And, I'm going to try and put effort into these videos. I'm going to have more time. They're not going to just be half-assed videos of me. They're going to actually, they won't be no performance, but I'm hoping I'll be able to, in that month, think of videos that could be longer, that will include me talking more, if that's what people like. Just include more of me, as me being me, because there's somebody that likes to say to me, Alex, just be you. I just want you to be you. And I probably do need to be me more than I actually am. Most people probably didn't watch yesterday's video because it was a 54-minute video that was only up for about 20 minutes. So even if they did start to watch it, they wouldn't have got to the end of it. But in that video, I pretty much go over all the stuff that I want to do this year. I go over, the places I want to go, whether it's this year or the next, this coming year or the next. All the goals I want to achieve. And I didn't want to stop making videos, was pretty much how it is. I don't want to make them consistently as I did, because it did take a massive toll on my mental health doing them as much as I was doing them, because I had lost and still don't really have very much of a lot of steam or motivation or determination to really do it. But if everyone quit when things got hard, we wouldn't be anywhere in life, would we? Things will get hard. That's not the bit people see online. People don't see through Instagram or social media posts or influencers. They don't see the hard parts. They don't see, you know, when someone says, oh, look at my bachelor's degree, they just see a shiny certificate. They don't see the hard work that went into that, you know. But if they gave up after every hard night, after every failed test that they had to retake to get that bachelor's degree, if they gave up, they wouldn't have that bachelor's degree, you know, and it completely, utterly de-shape their life. And I may never be smart enough to get a bachelor's degree. You know, people say I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. I think I've mentioned that before in these videos somewhere. I can dip my toes into a lot of different things. I know the bare basics of a lot of different things, but I'm not really ever excellent in anything. And that's not me bringing myself down. That's just me saying I haven't really found my niche yet. I don't think YouTubing is my niche, but I never made videos for it to ever be my niche. I made these videos to share my life with people. Anyone that cares to watch, they can watch. These videos will never be clickbaity, or they will never have the wow factor, because I just want to be me. Because that's how you gain the people that love you for you, you know? And I made these videos, I started making these videos for someone so they could see what I was up to. Whether it's them or anybody else in the world that wants to watch me, here I am. Okay, you might not get to see me as much, but you're still going to see me living my life. And anyway, so that's why I'm back. That's why I'm on your screen again. I'm not telling anyone I'm making this, actually. I'm hoping I can just post it. And anyone that has my notifications on, I can imagine being like, oh my God! I'm not that exciting, actually. No, I'm not that exciting. But for those that care, I'll be there. There you go. Put that on a t-shirt. So as the title suggests, this video is me rearranging my bedroom. Now, I've filmed this intro once already before. Before I mean like 20 minutes ago. But I came up with a different idea. I came up with a different idea. So my bed is very broken, right? So I'll show you the layout of my house. You're not having a house tour, you're having a bedroom tour. So let me stand up. So this is the door to come in to my bedroom, okay? So we'll stand like you're walking in. To the left, ignore that heater. Ignore that, I'll get into that in a minute. We have this empty corner. We have a bedside table, ignore the fan. We have my bed. We have another bedside table over there. We've got my tall drawers. I call them my tall drawers and my small drawers. That's what I call them. My vinyls, my vinyl player, my TV, my sign, which is very skewiff. Me, that's me. And these drawers, which are empty because they're for guests, but no guest has ever came. You know what I mean? And so the issue I'm having, right, first the rant about the heater. So this is a rant and a half. Let me sit down for this one. So 2 weeks ago, everyone, 2 weeks ago, my washing machine broke. Now, if I knew then that that was just going to be the start of a very slippery slope, no pun intended, because I did flood my kitchen, actually, I did. I'll get to that. I would have just quit while I was ahead. I'll put that nicely. I would, absolutely not. So my washing machine broke. Is it my fault? Yes. Well, it's not my fault it broke. Well, my dad says I was putting too many clothes in it. But like, why make it that big if I'm not meant to put that many clothes in it? You know what I mean? But apparently it is my fault. It's all my fault, right? Because it was making a weird grindy noise, and I, instead of getting it checked out before Christmas, long before Christmas, so I could have had a new washing machine by Christmas, I decided the best way to do it was to ignore the grindy noise by putting my AirPods in. Yeah. Okay, so it worked. It was just very loud, and it did scare me a bit. because it was very loud, but I ignored it. Until one day, I was doing my washing, and usually when I do my washing, if I don't really want to go out for the day or if it's later at night, I will just hop in the bath. I'll have a bath, and usually, because I'm the completely other side, for context, I live in England. Do washing machines belong in the kitchen? No, not after being in Australia, because it's so much more convenient in bathrooms. Please, England, take a note out of the American and the Australians' books and put them in the bathrooms, please. And give us counters as well, like counter space in our bathrooms. All right, Boris. It's not Boris anymore. Who is it? Rishi. Please, Rishi. Please. And so, the complete opposite sides of the house. So I was like, right, I'm just going to have a bath. And so I got out of the bath and I didn't hear anything. And I was like, all right, it's finished, as it usually would be. And so I went to, so this apartment came with all of its what we call white goods. Washing machine, fridge, freezer, cooker, all that stuff. It came with the apartment. I paid for those, you know, it belongs to them, the property manager. And so I opened the cupboard door, because they're all integrated into cupboards. So I opened the cupboard door and I saw on the little screen on my washing machine, it said error 300 or error 03 or something like that. And I was like, it's broke. Finally gave up. Nothing I did could get this thing working. And so it wasn't actually that late. No, it was the middle of the day, because my dad was still at work. I have baths in the way times of the day because I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm an adult that lives alone. You know what I mean? And so I called my mum. Well, I FaceTimed my mum, who was picking my niece up from the dentist. So she didn't really have much time to talk. And she goes, I'll send your dad over after work. I was like, all right. In the meantime, the door clicked open. So I turned it off. I hadn't like unplugged it or anything, but I turned it off at the dial. And the door was still locked because it had 4 minutes left on it, but it was the 4-minute spin cycle. And so it hadn't spun, so it was literally a swimming pool of water in there. My impulsive little bottom decided the best thing to do when I had the door click open was to open it. Ha! Flooded my entire kitchen. And so I had to use, I only own 2 towels. When one's in the wash, I use the other one. You know what I mean? And I have like a different towel for my hair and a different towel, a hand towel. That's how I live. I am Alex the Minimalist, mind you. That's really funny. And so I grabbed all my towels, all my tea towels. Tea towels are like little dishcloths that you dry. Try to be inclusive to everyone that watches me, because most people that watch me aren't actually from England. Tea towels are little tiny towels. They're like the size of hand towels, maybe a bit smaller, that you dry dishes with. I usually just call them little dish towels, because I don't like British slang. I don't like it. I'll never really use it if I can help it. And so any towel substance was just thrown onto the floor. But then I realised, like, this is all very dirty water. This is what my clothes were basking in. This is what my clothes were bathing in. And I now don't have a washing machine to wash them. And it's a washer dryer, so I have no way of drying them. So my dad came to my house to look at a very unruly site, and we managed to get 99% of the water out. There is still water in there, even right now. I'm not even touching it. I don't like manky, mildewy water. Doesn't please me, so I'm not touching it. They can touch it when they fix it. You know what I mean? So yeah, spoiler alert, still hasn't been fixed. It's been 2 weeks because it fell around Christmas time. And so that was that. So I didn't have a washing machine. So I started this nice routine of me packing all my clothes that I needed washing into my backpack. Again, I don't own many clothes because I am Alex the Minimalist. That was the washing machine ordeal. So nothing happened then for about a week. And then, what was I doing? So I go through these phases about once a season where I get rid of all my clothes and I buy new clothes. But because I am a minimalist and quite an eco-friendly minimalist at that, I don't like waste. I don't like it. I wish I could wear the same clothes for years and years and years without getting bored, but my little impulsive self is not like that, sadly. So I sell all my clothes on like a secondhand website, whether it's like Vinted or eBay or something. I sell them all on an app for very, very cheap. Like, I don't do it for the money. I do it so my clothes can go to a good home and not go to landfill. And then I buy all new stuff from like, I shop at places like Everlane and Organic Basics and stuff like that. Really recommend them. And I probably will do a wardrobe video now that I'm doing videos again. Maybe my February video could be a wardrobe video, or what will my January video be? A lot easier now to think of ideas because I've got all the time in the world. A lot less stress for me, boys and girls, you know what I mean? So the week passed, right? And I was putting all the stuff that I was selling under my bed. So I've got one of these beds that lift up from the bottom upwards. It lifts up, okay? And I was putting all the stuff under there so I don't get it all mixed up or anything like that, to keep it nice. I was just putting it under my bed. And as I was putting my bed down, I heard the most horriblest ping noise ever. Like, it's all metal. Like, the bars are metal, the thing that lifts up is metal. The gas-loaded springs are all metal. Everything's metal. So when something bangs against something, it sounds like I'm in some sort of welding shop, and it wasn't a nice noise. And then I tried to lift the bed back up, realised I couldn't. And long story short, the mattress had to come off the next day, and it was a pain. It's not completely fixed, so I need to get a new bed eventually. But again, this happened about 2 days before Christmas, 3 days before Christmas. So nowhere's going to deliver anything. That was what my property manager said about my washing machine. No one's going to deliver anything before Christmas, Alex. So like, all right. So I decided I was going to go out for food. I came back to de-stress. Like, this was the day after my bed is buried. This was the day I fixed my bed. So I fixed my bed in the morning, went out for food in the afternoon, came back home. I had dealt with too many people in Harvester, went for a bath to de-stress again, came out the bathroom, and I was freezing. I was like, that's weird. My hallway heater stopped working. It stopped. Which, just like this heater, you can just see it here, this thing here, that stopped working last year. They still haven't come to fix it, because when the dude finally got in touch with me, the electrician that these people hire to fix things, he got in touch with me about literally 2 days before I was flying to Australia. So there was nothing much anyone could do. I did not want him in my house over, I was going for like nearly 3 months, 2.5 months I was going for. Did not want him in my house over that time, so I was like, you know, I have COVID. Or I made up some excuse, and he was like, oh, all right then, whatever. And so I never really got back in touch with him, actually. So is that probably my fault again? Yes. Yes, it probably is my fault, actually. Most of these things were probably my fault, because he did say to me over the bedroom heater, try not to use these heaters too much, because they're really dodgy and they will all break eventually. All right, so what did I do? I just left my hallway heater on 24/7, is what I did, so that it could warm up my hallway and now my bedroom as well. And so now that one broke. So he's not going to be very happy with me. And so, because it's so close to Christmas, they've temporarily cancelled all that. So they're not fixing that anytime soon. So I'm left with no washing machine and really no heaters. So my parents had to rush up with me, because now I've got one heater, which is meant to heat that massive room in there, the living room, the dining area and the kitchen, to heat up all that room, all my hallway and all my... I don't have any... My bathroom heater doesn't work because it's connected by a fuse to this bedroom heater. So when that one stopped working, the bathroom one stopped working, because they're connected. Because they're on like back sides of the wall together. They're like back to back and they share a fuse. So when one went, the other one went as well. We don't know which one broke, or which one. We don't know. But we're guessing because these ones are iffy, the bathroom one looks nothing like this. It's like a towel rail looking thing. That one tripped the other one. So they're broken. Everything's broken. I've got no washing machine, no heaters. So my parents had to run up with me with that portable, whatever it is, heater. You can see where I sit next to it with my blanket, because I'm always really cold. And so it hasn't been a great week, actually. It really hasn't. Everything's just been great. Everything I touch feels like it's breaking. I just had enough, really. So that's what lives in that corner right now, but nothing else lives in that corner. And the issue I have with where my bed is down here is all the pillows and throws and blankets that I keep on this bed. And because no one goes down that side of the room, because it's useless, and no one sleeps on the other side of the bed, because no one, you know what I mean? Well, who's going to do that? My long distance lover. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't like the layout of this room. I don't like it. And when I get my new bed, I want to get one of those bedroom benches for the end of the bed to put those things that end up cluttering the floor down there into it. You know, and I can't fit one there, because there isn't very much space. There looks more space on the camera than it actually is. I have to squeeze through. Not a good layout. The only reason I moved it, now this is where the issues come into play, okay? I've got a bigger TV now. It literally hangs off the edges, as you can see, and I don't know if it's going to fit in that space. If it doesn't, it has to go right back to this way. It has to, or I'll put the bed against the wall. I'll do something, because it ain't staying like this, because I don't like it like this. That thing can't really get moved anywhere. That has to stay there, because I've got all like the plugs, kind of everything's plugged in over there, and I don't want to mess with the plugs, you know what I mean? And so, and also the stickers that are here, the stickers on this wall, where that one is, then there's no stickers behind that. And so I'm either going to have to order a whole new pack of stickers, which come with all of these ones, like this was just all one pack of stickers of like 2 different shops, mixed and matched, or I'm going to have to, where the bed is going to go, because I'm going to put the bed headboard in the middle there, so the bed's going to come down here, you know? And so where the headboard's going to be, I'm going to try to very carefully with tweezers remove some of the stickers, just to temporarily stick on the wall where the bedside table's going to go. I won't need many. I'll probably only need about 4 stickers, because the bed, again, a table is going there. It's just a bit above. So I need to try and do that. I don't know when this video is going to come out either. I don't, because I'm rearranging my room, but then I'm going to edit the video. But now I don't feel as pressured, because I don't really have, there will never be a specific day, unless I find a day that really, really, really works for me. I will never, is that a hole in my jumper? Almost. Has that been sewn? I didn't sew it. No. Suspicious. And so, what was I saying? I don't really have any set day when these videos are coming out. They're just going to come out roughly around the end of each month when they're done. Because that takes away the pressure on me. Because if I say, oh, they're going to come out on Sunday, I'm the type of person that has to hold myself to that, whether it kills me or not. So I'm changing things. I'm creating boundaries for myself and my very strong work ethic when it comes to getting projects out and doing things. Like, I will not stop, because I held myself to such a high standard, like an unrealistic high standard, and I shouldn't. But I do. I'm creating, compromises so that people that want to watch me can still watch me, but I still get a life outside of YouTube, because there's millions of things I want to do. By the end of the year, I want to get a book published. Like, that's my big thing this year, is getting a book published, whether it's a small poetry book or one of my novels. I don't know, more leaning towards the poetry. I don't know, but it depends whichever one I finish first. I'm just gonna keep my head down and write all year. Because I'm not travelling anywhere anytime soon. I was originally going to Australia in February, but that is not happening anymore. That's been cancelled. Yes, I have been refunded. All is fine, all is dandy. Anyway, so that's what we're doing in this video. Again, my brain is everywhere right now, because it just is. I'm not really thinking very coherently right now. So we're dismantling the bed, hopefully. My dad has given me a bag full of different ends of Allen keys, and I do have an Allen key somewhere in here. Where is it? Where is the Allen key? Where is it? I mean, when your cupboard is full of little tiny ducks. Oh, sorry, Benjamin, darling, ducky, duck. Sorry, I don't know where the Allen key is, but there is one. For me to take this bed apart, because I thought there's no point me honking around this bed to move it, right, to then have to pull it back out to then dismantle it, because I'm getting a new one soon, like the first couple of weeks of the year. I don't know when they'll be able to deliver it to me. Same sort of bed, just not as cheap. That's all there is to it. Not from a cheap place, because this bed's broken. The welding has come off and everything, because I'm constantly lifting it up and down. This bed that I want, if I can get this bed, lifts up from the side. So I'm hoping there's not as much strain on it, because it lifts up from the side. So there's not as much weight going onto the brackets. So right now, all my eBay and stuff, the stuff that I have on eBay is, I need to put on it, I haven't even done any of it yet, is under my dining room table. So we can't use under my dining room table right now, because the bed is getting dismantled. But yeah, so the next the next video you see will be me doing that. I'm not really so happy about not having a bed for a while, but I'll sleep on a mattress on the floor because I don't want a broken bed. So that's that. And so you're gonna, because these aren't getting moved, I was like, right, how am I gonna film this? How is this gonna be filmed? And because I'm not moving this is like a perfect bit. I might need to put you on top of something else. But this kind of gives a perfect view. Oh, don't stand on your laptop, Alex. Perfect view of the bedroom, like all of it pretty much. I can turn this, you know what I mean? So that's where you'll be for this video. And yeah, that's that. Oh, I feel like a giant up here. Fee, fa, fa, fa. And so, yeah, I'll see you when my bedroom looks less like whatever this is. Say goodbye to the bed. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Unless I can't get it undone, unless I don't have the right Allen key. Then you'll be seeing it again. Firstly, I'm sorry for the echo. I usually film these in the bath because it's the only place where I have any sort of motivation, you know what I mean? So yeah, as I droned on for like, what was it, 25, 26 minutes, it was a long hallway of me saying, I don't want to stop making videos, so it doesn't feel right. Turning them down a bit to the end of each month, which I think will work better for me. What you see me doing here is just emptying my bedside tables and my other bedside tables and stuff. You just don't see that, the other one on camera, but you see my little feeties. Yes, you keep doing that, Alex, you keep doing that. But yeah, I'm aiming to get videos out about once a month at the end of each month. They will probably end up being all everything videos, a bit like how I started these videos, which was me just vlogging my life. But there'll just be a lot in them. I don't really know. There might be some standalone videos some month, like my project that I'm making or something. But anything else will just be compiled all into one video over the course of a month. Everything I've done in a month. Yeah, this is video. Annoying. This clip of this video is annoying because I don't ever remember to close the door and the camera's behind the door. So here you see me just taping up some boxes to put the clothes in from my drawers so that I can move my drawers without breaking my back any more than it already feels broken. Yeah, I was freezing in this video. I don't actually know why. My heater was turned on, but I think I had to turn it off shortly after this because my whole room was getting moved around and I regret this so much. I mean, I don't now that it's like pretty much done. I mean, pretty much, as in I don't have a bed and I'm sleeping on a mattress on the floor right now. But I didn't realise how hard this bed was going to be to dismantle. It definitely took me a lot less time to mantle it, to put it together. I do have a picture of me somewhere putting the bed together. If I can find it, I'll attach it now. That's not going to be great for editing Alex. This is editing Alex. I am editing this video, but like editing Alex, you know? So this was me attempting to try and clean as I went. So what you see in my hand is a tin of polish. Apparently people don't polish things in Australia, which is a weird one. I don't know. And that's me texting, as per usual. As you see me polishing my plant. Yeah, I was meant to slow that bit down, but I didn't. It was me showing you the gay gnome. I've got getting the little gay gnomes on each one of my plants they're fake plants, obviously. I can't keep a real plant alive, don't be silly. So, yeah, I was showing you the gay gnome, which I got during Pride Month last year. I just like them. I just like little subtle things like that they sell. We do have one of the big ones, like, how tall would I say it was? About 50 centimetres. You know, if you're in England, you know the ones I'm on about. You can get them in Asda. And he's called Gaylord because he's mine. My mum bought him for me. He sits usually in the window so that everybody knows that we are a LGBT supporting house. My parents are an LGBT supporting house. He sits in the window waving at everyone. Here's me emptying my bed. And he's called Gaylord because, you know, he's gay and he's mine, and people don't know me as Lord Alex, but my parents jokingly call me Lord Alex. It's like a thing, and like I'm definitely not heterosexual. We'll put that like that. And so he's called Gaylord because it's funny. It's funny. Gaylord the gnome. There's me sitting very femininely with my little toe flicks and everything. What you see, that looks like some sort of weird pad. It's not. It's my electric blanket. It just doesn't. I want to get a new one. I want to get a king size one for my king size bed. I do want a bigger bed though, like for Christmas. I might ask Santa for one for Christmas next year. Is a super king size bed because I think it'll fit now that I've got my bed the other way. So yeah, is there any point me buying a bed for it? No, but I don't really care. When it comes to sell it, I'll just sell it probably if it's still in decent condition. Oh, this is the bit that always... So I tried to keep the bed base down because it just tends to fly up. And if it hasn't got the mattress on, once it's up, it won't come back down again. You'd have to put the mattress on it to get it down. So I try very hard to keep hold of the structure while I pull each one of those wooden things off. And you just see the hands go on my hips in a minute when I realise that it's gone up and I can't get it back down. It's the funniest. The way I just look into the camera. This is where I'm just looking at myself like, what the hell do I do now? Then I've got my hands on my hips again. Then I start to look back into feet a bit in a minute. Yeah, there. Where is it? That bit. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to. It was really hard to get those wooden things off the metal frame. I don't know, but someone asked what those wooden things were on the floor, I think. I might have dreamt that, but that's what they are. It's the thing that mattress lies on. But this did end up being a lot easier because I was able to get to the screws easier. And I was able to... Yeah, I had to cut it here because my battery died, but I realised quite quickly and now it's not dead anymore. So here you see me just taking the big metal frame apart, which I thought was like one big piece, but it's not, luckily. It did come up into smaller bits, which did break my painting. It ripped my painting. So I had all these bars, all in pieces, like collected together, leaning against something in the hallway. I don't think I knocked them. I think me just walking really quickly to make sure my pasta was ready because I was making pasta at the time, typical Alex fashion, because that's really all I eat is pasta and noodles and other forms of white carbohydrates. And I was walking really quickly and they knocked over my painting and it scratched my painting and ripped it. It was an easy fix, an inconvenient fix, but an easy fix at that. And so here you see me sitting in my bed, taking off the brackets, taking off the gas-loaded spring. After this bit, it was quite easy. It was just a lot of unscrewing. It was really those, believe it or not, those little wooden things that were the hardest part. My hands were like red blistered for days. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I think I was changing what I was watching or getting my phone or something. I can't remember. I am so tired. You see, I did have that wall, that Australia wall you see on the right-hand side. My bed did originally come down that way. I don't know why I changed it. I don't know what possessed my brain. I don't know what I had to put in my room. I think it was when I got my desk, which I no longer have, because even though I had room for it technically, it just didn't look right in this room. It doesn't look like a desk sort of bedroom. I don't know what it is, but that now lives in my parents' dining room. Still there if I need it. Plus I couldn't get any of my streaming working on it at all. Like everything just wasn't working. Plus it wasn't Apple. I don't know how to work things that aren't Apple because I've been using Apple my whole life since I was 14. And I've never used anything else really. So yeah, this bed, I didn't know this bed was going to take me so many hours to take it apart. This bit was kind of a whiz, but everything else was just, it was just taking so long, you know what I mean? Like, I knew I needed to dismantle my bed. Like, no, it probably wouldn't have crushed me, but I didn't want it anymore. I really wanted to get a new one because it was just falling apart and I was petrified of opening it. I'm really contemplating, like, not getting an ottoman bed for my next bed. Alex, get off your phone. Get off your phone, Alex. Because as convenient as they are, the only big thing that I need to store under it is my paintings. Now, I have one massive painting, which is my Coke bottle painting, the one that the bar's ripped. And I have two not so big paintings, which I don't know how long I'm going to keep around for. I'm not really a fan of them anymore. So as much as I used to be, I don't really vibe with them as much anymore. And the Coke bottle one's going on my wall. I'm going to get a custom frame for it because it's a stupid size, because I cut the piece of cardboard out of a TV box, out of all things. So it's a really random size that you probably couldn't get a frame for. That was me making a video for, I don't know, my mum. I can't remember who it was for. On Snapchat. I think she asked, how are you doing? Or did you do your bed? And I'm like, yeah. Really regretting my life. This is riveting content, isn't it? Absolute riveting content. Alex, get off your phone. Like, I say that and people are like, oh, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. No, look, we are literally watching me on my foot. There we go. So as well as my wash machine, my bed, and my heater breaking in the past week, well, the past 2 weeks since I'm editing this, but the week as when I was doing my bed, my right AirPod also broke as well. I think I've fixed it though. It seems to be okay, but that's why you see me with headphones on. I never ever wear those headphones unless like I've got major sensory overload and like I just need to completely zone out. So that's why I've got them on. They are quite inconvenient to actually be busy in. Like, they will constantly fall off my head. I usually do wear a hat because that little, what's it called? The little bobble on top of a hat, the little bump on top of a hat usually keeps it on my head. Don't know why, or the friction of the hat keeps it on my head. Here I am putting all the little bits and pieces. There's me texting, obviously. There's me putting all the bits and pieces into the bag. Which ends up ripping and I end up having to find a better bag. My bed is almost done though. We are going to get to some like exciting moving stuff. And before we watch that, I need everybody to know and be aware of the way that I move things. I don't push things. I try. You'll notice that I try and push things the average way of pushing things with my hands. No. I sit on the floor and push things with my legs. I don't know why I do it that way. I don't know if it's normal to do it that way, but that is the way I have done it ever since I was a wee young teenager wanting to move my bedroom around before blindfolding my parents and bringing them up to my room and bedazzling them like it was some sort of show house. I don't know if anyone else did that, but I did that. That's what I do. And so here I come again. I think I'm vacuuming and then I'm sitting on the floor in despair because my bed's gone, and now I realise I've got to actually move stuff, so I end up like, right, okay, I'll move the bedside table. Then I start cleaning. I cut it for some reason. I think the battery was dying anyway. Alex, please get off your phone. It's just not very polite, is it really? That's the way I move stuff like that. Like, that's how I move stuff, and I find it really easy to move things like that. Don't judge me for the way I move things, just my YouTube on the background in there. Yep, it's lovely. So that's the other bag I put it in. I put all my extension cords in a drawer underneath where the camera is. So what's really annoying about that wall, as you can see, there's a little bit missing of the wall in that corner, and there's a big bit missing in the other corner where those drawers are. I was like, oh, I'll just go onto Etsy and buy the stickers again. No, I can't do that. So only the plain stickers and the shape stickers, so you see the triangles, the squares, the lines, the little things that look like macaroni pieces, the circles, they're the ones that are still available. The ones that are like the little arrow, the log, the leaf, the swirls, they don't exist anymore. They've stopped doing them. Oh, the X's as well, and the tiny little circles, they're also part of the shape one. So I've had to order a few of the planes and then a few of the shapes, which is quite annoying because it's going to look a bit odd. But here you see me sitting in despair once again. Because, yeah, my mattress doesn't stay there. It's just out the way while I move the drawers and the TV and my vinyl player. Here you see me unplugging everything. Most things up to this point were done quite quickly. Alex, for the love of God. For the love of God, get off your phone. No, there, I've got a video on now. I'm happy. I'm content. And so basically, I'm finally warming up because I'm actually doing some sort of physical activity that isn't sitting down doing nothing. You see me taking all the blue tack. Well, coloured tack because it's from Australia and it's the brand blue tack, but it's blue tack colour. So, blue tack colour. That's all my cables. What a mess. An absolute mess. So I'm unplugging everything. I still haven't really sorted out the wire situation by my bed, actually. I don't really know how to do it. I need to get some more of those things that hide cables because I don't like the look of cables. They look messy and they stress me out. But I just, at this point, this was about 8 o'clock at night by this point, and I was exhausted. You see me shuffling away. At this point, I just wanted it to be over. I didn't want to be doing it anymore. I regretted all my choices up to this point. I regretted starting so late. I regretted waking up so late. You see me moving the other one. I'm dragging this one. That's a good one. Then I'm pushing. I just find it so funny. I'm like a little toddler that's like cruising along the floor. Is that what they're called before they're crawling? They're cruising. There's me. I was taking pictures for my my blog. Actually, I'm probably not going to blog this. I'm probably going to sit in my camera album until I'm like, oh, I don't need those pictures anymore. They're irrelevant. Polishing the table, putting the TV back on, opening the door so we can't see a thing, plugging in my plug, trying to plug in my switch, realising I can't plug in my switch, taking the TV back off, plugging in my switch on the floor where I do a lot of my things because I just like the floor. It's a nice place to sit. My mum says that I remind her of my granddad, who isn't with us anymore, but he goes, you're just like your granddad, you are. He was always doing that too. He loved to sit on the floor. So maybe I take after him. I don't know. But here you see me sitting on here, taking off all these stickers. And I don't know if you can tell from my face, but I do not like sitting on that wooden thing because knowing how my look was going that week, I wouldn't have been surprised if that just collapsed under me. Like I've sat on that thing many times. You can go back in my past videos and see how many times I've sat on that. Never even like made a squeak, you know, hasn't wobbled, nothing. But you know how my look has been this week. You know what I mean? So I wasn't going to chance it. So I was a bit nervous. I was. It reminds me of that time when I came home from Australia on the flight. I always tend to bring that place up, don't I? But it's just been a big thing for me this year. And I was coming home and I was so tired because I just was. And I thought that I've put my Switch controller in my checked luggage, and my Switch controller contains a lithium battery. And anyone knows that who's flew knows that you're meant to keep all lithium batteries in your carry-on luggage, which is with you in the passenger part of the plane. And I was so sleep deprived that because I buy stuff when I go places usually, like I know forbidden minimalism things that I do. I bought some stuff, and so I had to buy an extra case, right? So I had a checked case, my overhead bag, and then my little bag which had like, you know, my snacks, water, my AirPods, my phone, chargers, things like that in, meds. There we go, my TV's all set up now. Can I do this with 1 bar of battery? Probably not, but I'm kind of done. So that's where my bed will go. It's a mattress on the floor right now, which I think looks quite good because it's quite symmetrical. Did destroy a bit of my painting in the process, but we can blame the bars off my old bed. That's all the clutter from my cupboards that I need to put back in the cupboards. My TV is now here, really close to the door, but I expected that. But the door does open and close, doesn't even nowhere near it. So that's I need to still move. Where are they? The vinyls over there and stuff. Oh, I'm out of breath. And I'm exhausted. Don't do things like this when you're tired, kids. You know what I mean? For a moment then I forgot I had my headphones on my head. And I was like, why does my hair look weird? So I'm in the middle of fixing my painting. I thought that like last night I'd left the video a bit too abruptly because I was so exhausted. Like I can't get through how exhausted I was last night. Taking the bed apart took more effort than I thought it would because it was easier to put up than to take down. So I'm currently waiting to put an extra coat of paint on this Coke bottle, I had to go all the way to the shops in this storm just to fix one little, where is it? There. Which is really annoying because I had to buy like a whole thing of paint. And I had to find a fine liner that wouldn't smudge with paint because I don't have any Sharpies anymore because they all ran out. And I had to draw one more Coke bottle to put onto that I didn't really want to be adding to anymore. But I was waiting for it to dry and I was like, what can I do with myself? And so I have here, this is just me trying to keep myself busy. Put you up there. Oh, move you up. So what we have here is, if people remember the bookmarks I made a video about it like a few weeks ago. I decided I was going to start selling them on Etsy. Not that anyone's going to buy them because they're quite rubbish. But I've put them all in like little brown envelopes and then I've put them all into these envelopes and I've started like decorating. Where's the one I've done? I'd like to find the one that I've already done, preferably. That one. So I decorated the back with a sticker that says love and then 2 stickers down there. This one says thanks for your purchase, and then the front has 4 stickers and I've added this little border. And that's the only one that has the border. The rest of them have the 4 stickers on the front, the 2 stickers on the back, the love sticker, and then the thank you for your purchase. So I thought I could just speed border while waiting for the paint to dry so I can add a 3rd coat of paint onto my Coke bottle, because I don't like sitting still. I don't like not doing anything. People are like, oh, just relax. I don't relax. This is my relaxing, is doing this, is staying busy. I like to stay busy. Just because it's not stereotypical busyness doesn't mean it's not busyness. People do take my busyness as a joke, really, and it's not nice because it's still busy. You know, whether I work a 9 to 5 or I'm doing things independently doesn't make me any less busy than other people. It really does bother me, actually, it does. So I thought we could do that. Well, can I add another coat onto this? We'll do a few borders. I want it to be completely dry because it did start to smudge. Like, I was being a bit impatient. I was, actually. So we'll leave that like that. We'll put the paint over with them. And we'll get to... So it goes purple, pink, purple. All right. Okay, well, here I go. This is quite boring to watch. It wasn't boring for me because I love doing really monotonous things like this. You see me painting another layer on my Coke bottle and back to bordering. This is what I do for all of them, which I end up doing a better way. I end up doing like the one layer and then doing that on them all and then doing the next one, doing that on them all. I don't know if I'm going to add any more to this. I'm not really too sure at this point in my life. I do go a bit over the top. I want them to look nice. So if anyone ever does buy them, I'm selling them £5 for 3. I've put 3 random ones. They are mystery ones in each envelope. And sell them 3 for £5 and then £1 postage, which UK only. Very sorry, because I know certain people, if they had the funds and the means to, they would buy them all. I know that. And but yeah, UK only. My mum did say she was going to buy some though, so if you're listening to this, Pauline, you know, jogging your memory a bit. But if anyone from the UK is watching this, my Etsy shop is... It's like Alex's little craft store or something like that. But if you type in just mystery bundle bookmarks, you'll see them. You'll see them from a mile away. 3 for £5 or something. I forgot what I named them now. I could link it in. I could even link it in the description. I might do that if I remember. Actually, yes. I'll also link my Twitch again. Because I still want to focus on my Twitch. I still want that to be like my main focus, because there's lots of things I do want to do in my life. There's lots of things I want to do, you know what I mean? But like, no, not as deep as that. I mean, like, there's just stuff that I really need to get done in my days, really, that I'm kind of neglecting. My book being one of them. My New Year's resolution this year for 2024 is to get a book published, and my books are not even done, you know what I mean? And I really want to get them done. I'm writing quite a few books in one go. I've got a factual book about my journey to Australia. I've got a fiction book about someone who loses their girlfriend to a certain way of death, and then he or they, I don't know what gender that the person in the book is, goes on like this quest to find them. There's me painting another layer of paint on my Coke bottle. And then I'm writing another book which is called Something About Seb or Something About Sebastian, which is a story about a very fiction, it's not real, book about this very, 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 very smart, tiny kid, and he goes through all of his life, and then you find out at the end why he was so ahead of his peers. It's more of a sci-fi type of book. I'm also writing a children's book called The Caterpillar and the Bird, which is a book about fake friendship and fake love, and how we would give every single one of our legs if we were a caterpillar to somebody to use us, and then once we don't have any legs left to give, we the person gets bored of us. And this it's the bird or the crow. That's what my book's about. That one's pretty much finished, but it's not very long. So yeah, I am in the process of writing a lot. I just never really have the time nor the concentration these days, because I am kind of addicted to my phone, and that's not very good for my productivity. But one thing I need to not be able to have to focus on all the time is YouTube. I still want to make videos, and as I was making the video that I put up for about 17 minutes, as I was like watching it again and just thinking that night, I was like, I don't want to have to not be able to share my life with my people that care, my friends, my family, my partner, etc., whatever the circumstances are. I don't want to have to stop sharing my life, because this is what these videos were for. It doesn't matter who they were for or how often I made them. There was never really a schedule at first. It was just whenever I felt like making a video. And I'm the type of person, I am a bit of a perfectionist, and I like to have everything done on the day. I like to make sure everything's perfect. I make sure to never miss a video, because I hold myself to such high standards, and I didn't want it to ever be like that. And so I thought, if I make a video roughly once a month, it will never be a specific day. Again, as I said, it'll never be a specific day. It'll just come out at some point, usually the end of the month, and it'll just be probably just a stupid compilation like this of just like a bunch of stuff. This video contains all sorts of stuff: me putting up shelves, me taking down pictures, me putting up a mirror. That's not towards the end though. Most of the stuff was filmed the day after Christmas. Most of it was. Here you see me cutting up my Coke bottle. Well, cutting it out of its little thing, and then I fix it. And then what I do, you see a few. Can you see any in this frame? No, not really. A few of my other Coke bottles. You can see the yellow one there, actually, on the left-hand side. It's a bit faded. I think I'd do an example in a minute. Yeah, here, see with the orange one, I'm going around all the outlines and just making them more pronounced, because some of these Coke bottles, not all of them, just a few that I did later on, the ones that I had used to fix the painting, I used slightly a different type of paint, and it wasn't as watery, so the fine liner didn't come through as much. So here you see me just fixing it. I do most of it off camera while I'm watching. I think I was watching a documentary about, was it Japanese prisons? I think that's what I was watching. I don't know if that was later though. And it was quite good actually, very orderly, very clean. Yeah, if I was to ever be locked up in a prison, just send me to the Japanese prisons, because at least they're clean. You know what I mean? So this was quite therapeutic. I did this to a few of them. Yeah, you see a few of them around that I'm fixing and just tidying up a bit. I want this picture to be perfect, because I love this picture so much. It took a long time, and I'm proud of it. I really am. I'm proud of the dedication and the months and months and months of work I put into it. All the drawing, all the painting, all the cutting each individual Coke bottle is cut out just like you saw there. And then the big ones were also drawn and coloured with Sharpie fine liners. Here we are. This is just totally random. Got some new pictures for my bathroom, which I'm looking at right now. They are smaller than I thought they would be, so I had to get some frames to fit them. So these are 10 by 8 with these frames. You don't actually really get to see them all that well because you're always quite far away from the camera. But 2 of them are leaves and 2 of them have quotes on. Didn't realise actually that you were meant to take a film off of Perspex plastic. So when you see me moving my vinyls, I open them up and take the film off them, which I hadn't done. I didn't know until I saw the little sign on these ones, which say, please remove this film before putting in the picture. So there you see me removing it. This was yesterday, actually. Most of this was done yesterday. And you see me putting in the picture. Then I put the thing on top just to create more of a white background. So yeah, you can see the 2 little things. The 2 little leaves. And then, can't remember what that one said. And I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see from down here. But it's like, make sure you surf the wave of life or something like that. I can't remember. If you can pause it and then zoom in, that's great. But here you see me using them No More Nails strip things, because they actually work quite well, even in moist areas like my bathroom. They stick quite well. I mean, they're still up now. I mean, if there was a fall, they would bonk me right on the head. So let's hope they don't fall down, because that would be a bit inconvenient, wouldn't it? I'd be knocked unconscious and my phone would fall in the water. Bloop, bloop, bloop. But yeah, it works great. I'm not really allowed to be drilling holes, and I don't really want to be drilling holes. And this is like plastic, as you can hear. It's like a plastic tile looking thing, and it's a lot harder to just fill, like with holes. Like fill, like how you fill like plastered holes with plaster. It's hard to do that with this plasticky stuff because it's like a marble effect. I don't want it to look odd or feel odd, so I try not to put holes. I haven't put any holes in them actually. I'm quite proud of myself. Here you see me. My mum was amazed. I showed my mum a picture with how just randomly I was just able to just plonk these on the wall and how straight they ended up being. I mean, I've put up a lot of pictures in my time, and as I said, I am a bit of a perfectionist. And I like things to be perfect. I really do. What you see me doing is trying to get the stupid plastic backing off these stupid things. It just doesn't come off. You can see me there just get off. It's quite bothersome. It takes forever. You've got to get your nail like right under it. Otherwise you'll pull the whole thing off. You've got to like separate the red bit from the actual bit that sticks onto the wall. I don't know any of the names for it, but I ended up getting it, and so I ended up just sticking them up willy-nilly. Like, yes, I know the camera isn't straight, but I promise you the pictures are. They're very straight. I have put some vines up as well. Like, I took 2 vines that were on the other picture, which was 2 pictures, until I had to take the other one down. These ones, and I just cut them in half to make 4 smaller ones, which seems to fit quite well. I do need to I've got some black electrical tape which I use for this to put around the vines so that they stick. Here you see me taking off my vinyls, moving them down, taking a few of these things off before I'm like, absolutely not, I cannot be bothered with that. So I move down to there, find a video to watch, Alex, obviously, take off the film of, this is the new one with my new Dean Lewis vinyl that I got for Christmas off my mother. I did, thank you, mummy, even though I chose it. That's where you see me taking off the plastic for that, putting that in, and then I get the other ones, take all the old stickers off of that, then you see me opening it up, there we go, taking that out and then taking the plastic off. I feel like a right idiot now, actually, even looking back, then putting them back in. That's George Ezra, Gold Rush Kid, is that the name of the album? Yeah, that album means quite a lot to me. These are my boys, AJR. These are AJR. Put your phone down, Alex. Taking the plastic off of this. I just find it really funny putting the backs on them. And then, yeah, then I'm putting the... Where have I gone? I'm back. So I cut these ones in half, so like down lengthways, because A, it just makes it go further, because half of it gets wasted anyway, because the bezels are so thin. So, it just lasts twice as long doing it this way. And this stuff's expensive. It's like £6 a roll. And it doesn't really go that far. There isn't really much on a roll. And considering I'm moving stuff around my room all the time, as we can see here, I don't really want to be splashing out that much money on something I'm probably going to keep on the wall for about 0.3 seconds, you know what I mean? And I was able to put these up quite straight as well. I do really like how they look, all three of them together. I did put them up in order that I liked them. It goes AJR, Dean Lewis, then George Ezra, but it ended up being like, look nice because the other two are they've got quite a blue background and Dean Lewis doesn't, so it looks symmetrical. And we know how I feel about symmetrical things, don't we? Can you hear the footsteps outside? Like, honestly, I'm trying to record a voiceover for my video here, like, so it ends up looking quite good. Does it cut out here? I think it might cut out here, I'm not too sure. But yeah, looks good. Okay, so I don't have my tripod on my camera right now because it's right here. It's here. And I don't have to screw it back on just to screw it off because I'm going to be editing this video in a minute. So like, no. And I know that I said at the start at some point in the past hour of footage that you've just seen, in the voiceover I said, because I edit things in bits because it's over a span of multiple days, that I put my mirror back up, I've took my pictures down, I put my pictures back up. I haven't. My pictures are down there and my mirror is in fact there, not on the wall, because I was planning on putting them on the wall, like my vinyls up there, but I ran out of tape, so my Coke bottle picture is fixed. So what I've done is fixed where it was broken, which is that one there, which my mum was like, it's not noticeable. It is to me. It is to me. So we put that one there, so you can't even tell. And then there were a few. That one was one, that one was one, that one was one, that one was one. Of when I had to fix it last time, I used a different sort of paint. It was a bit thicker and it kind of wasn't as watery, so you couldn't see the lines as well. So I went over all the outlines on these ones. Another one there. They're just slightly thicker now, so can't win. I've also put my shelves up here. So now we've got my Alexa here. I've moved this little tray, which was in my bathroom, to here, which has like some perfume stuff on. My bracelets. This is a cool bracelet. Oh, I wish. Be kind everyone. I wish I had it when I went to Australia last time, because what this side has ashes from the Australian wildfire, and then this side it magnetizes and you undo the capsule and you can put something in there. Really want to go and get some sand. Just want to nip back to Perth just to get some sand from Scarborough Beach to put in that, just nip back there. Some of my pins which I need to put on my, I'm getting a new blazer, you see. I've got my limited edition Animal Crossing DS. That'll be worth a bit one day. I've got the box in my parents' attic. My little turtles, hello to you. I've got my Sunny Bunnies in this one, which fit perfectly. And up here we've got little baby koala, baby Glenn, crystals, my Australia book, and then this is Alex's Australian Journal, 2022 to 2024, because yeah, that was made a while ago. And so I did that. I put up my vinyls, as you can see. That thing there is when I went to go and watch him live. I don't have the tickets for when I went to watch him live, so I'm quite annoyed about that actually. I am. Don't know why I closed you then. What else is new? Decided I'm actually getting a whole new bed now because I want a bigger bed. literally just because the bedside table is just, the bed's too small for the room, so I'm getting a super king size bed. I don't know what that is, because I know like places like America and Australia have different like measurements, because I had to do all sorts when I wanted to buy a bedding set from Australia to fit my bed at home. It's all weird, but that's really it. That's all I've really got to show you, to be honest. That's all I've done, but I do plan on doing more stuff. I did put the pictures in the bathroom. I knew there was something else. The pictures in the bathroom. That's the pictures in the bathroom. Can we zoom in? Yes, we can. Could have just walked over there. So that's what they look like. They're backwards for you because I can't bother turning the camera around. Which is fun. Yeah, this room's slowly becoming finished. The towel rail keeps falling off the wall though, like the one I stuck on. Do have a chair in here right now because I need to get up there and take them off, those little musical notes. So I'll get that done. I've also put these hooks here, which have these on. So this was So this one was when I conquered the Blackpool Tower, which was not fun. This was when I went to Haven, which is like a, do you mind? It's like a holiday park. It's like Butlins. On the 15th of September, I went with my parents. This was the lanyard from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It came with a drinks bottle, which I don't have because it was a plastic piece of rubbish. And then this is my Hidden Disabilities lanyard, which I usually just wear for the... Can I show that? I'll take my name, like cover my full name and my parents' full name. And so there's a picture of me. Please be patient with me. Talk clearly and calmly. Do not touch me to avoid causing me distress. And they're the symbols. I think that means the first one is I need more time. The second one is please speak louder. The yellow middle one is give me space. I don't know what the home one is. They are on the Sunflower Hidden Disabilities website. And then the other one is don't touch me. And then it says in case of an emergency, with my consent or in case of emergency, and it's got my mum's phone number. Usually that's my library card attached to it. I just wear it to go to the airport. Let's go on planes. Because that's the only time I ever feel like I need help is then, because it's so stressful. But I keep it there for that in case I need it. You know, sometimes I need the help, and that's okay. I've got my bag, my Adidas bag here, which has all the stuff because I'm in the process of getting rid of my old travel bag, which is really sad because it's been to Australia with me, and getting the new one. But they do have a new one out, and I can't be seen with last year's bag. I need this year's bag. So I'll be getting that at one point. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, so that's not a priority. It's not. So yeah, I don't know when the next video will be. Sometime in January, end of January. I don't know what it's going to be. Probably building my bed, if that comes in January. Probably will. I'm guessing that's what it will be. That's the only thing that's going to happen in January. Because nothing else really happens in January. January is a bit of a boring month. So I will... Can you hear the rain? It's not dark out. I've just got like plastic covering that so it doesn't wake me up in the morning. Because no one would make a blind to fit that. No one would do it. No one would quote me or anything on it. So I got some like sticky back black plastic and stuck it up there. So that's that. I hope people enjoyed watching this really mismatched video. There was no sense to this video. It did start out as something. And I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to film myself doing whatever. I'm glad that I didn't leave though. I am. And I'll see you in January. Have a happy and healthy new year. Sorry for that cut. My camera didn't die. My memory card was full. So I had to take every one of my videos and put them all onto my phone and then edit that part and then I could carry on. Which I like when that happens because A, it gives me a bit of a break to just sit down and watch a show while all my videos download. And B, I know that my video is going to be long enough to make a video out of. What am I looking at? I'm looking a bit distracted over there, aren't I? I don't really know where I'm looking at. So this was me putting them on the wall. I think they look absolutely fantastic. Then this is a sign that says, music sounds better with you. I only know that because I'm looking at it right now, because I'm not in the bath right now. I'm sat on, I would say my bed, but I don't have a bed. I've got a mattress on the floor. So I'm sat on mattress looking at it while listening to the rain. Don't know if you can hear that. It's not as heavy as it was. But those little plastic things are a pain to get off. But yeah, I quite like it. I do take those little, in the top left corner, you see those grey dots. I do take them off eventually. It's all just a load of higgledy-piggledy posts. This really just all the things I'd wanted to do. I was like, I'll make a video out of it. And so this is me taking down my Christmas tree. I forgot what I was looking for. Oh, I was unplugging the lights. That's what I was doing. So here I am, just taking off all the baubles, the little things, texting. You know how it is. I found this quite stressful, actually. It's made me not to ever want to put up a Christmas tree again, because I didn't enjoy putting it up, and I definitely didn't enjoy taking it down. It just seems like a lot of faff. It's a nice British word we use, faff, which means just a lot of fuss. And trying to get the tinsel off and the lights off, and I had like beads around there. It was just absolute nightmare it was. What's that on my back? Oh, I can't take myself seriously now I know that's on my back. Well, it's not on my back now, because I've changed my clothes. I think I actually remember pulling it off my back when I took my hoodie off that night. But that is... Oh, I'm never going to be able to live myself down now like that. Oh, I've been leaning against the bathroom wall a lot lately. When I say lately, I mean like not really recently, but more than usual. In my depressive states that I've been getting in. Not so much right now. I'm actually all right now. And the sticker is from my bathroom wall. Anyone that's seen my bathroom knows my bathroom wall. One of my books has fell down. I forgot which one that is, but it was the newest one. I say newest one. I was 17 when I was published in that one. Was it 2017? No, because it's young writers. It's under 18, so I was 17 and under. Me trying to fit these stupid in the stupid box was not a vibe, you know what I mean? I had absolutely nowhere to store this tree, and so my mum ended up having to pick it up for me to store it in their attic, my parents' attic. Why am I just sat there I think I was just really hating my life at this point, because that tree was not fitting in that box. I just shoved everything in there. I was not having a good time at all. And then did I already put the train away? I can't remember. Alex, get off your phone. Sorry, people get annoyed when I say that. But I get annoyed seeing me on my phone. And there you go. I picked up the book, and now what am I doing? Oh, now I'm leaving, apparently. Now I'm leaving. Oh, where's my phone charger? My phone's dying. Oh, I'm sticking up the hooks. You'll see at the end of the video. To put on the side of my drawers, which have nothing in them. Just my empty drawers. Oh my god, get off your phone. To put like all my lanyards on and stuff that I've got from around the way. So yeah, that's when my mirror was still very much up on the wall. It comes very much down off the wall very shortly after this clip. I don't know if I filmed it. I can't remember. But yeah, there's all my lanyards. What am I doing now? Oh, I'm taking the pictures off the wall. So I put these pictures up because this was something. Where you see those holes, they are nails, because I did have all the shelves up at one point until I realised I wasn't allowed to put shelves up with nails. And so it's made quite the thing. And I was trying all I could to get the raw plugs, I think they're called, out of the wall. Couldn't do it. So I ended up just one of them was bigger than the other, if you notice. So one of the holes was bigger than the other. So I just ended up filling it with plaster. I just plastered right over it. Am I doing that now? No. Yeah, there you see me measuring up and seeing which bits were visible. And so here you see me with my little pot of plaster. And I'm fixing it up. You can't really see what I'm doing. I should have put the camera in a better place. But you'll see in a minute what I'm on about. You can... But the door wasn't left open. You can kind of see what I mean. It does dry a lot clearer, a lot more whiter than that. And so here you see me with my Powerade, obviously with my Powerade, because I love Powerade, sticking the strips on my shelves, like so. Probably could have done more than that, but I was really running out of this tape at that point, because I needed it for like 1,000,000,001 other things. And then I do have 4 of these shelves, but I was only able to fit 3. I mean, no, I couldn't. I'm looking at it now. If I wanted to cover the holes, I couldn't have put 4 shelves up. It was either put 4 shelves up or not, or make sure the holes were covered. I couldn't have done both, you know? Oh, I can't remember if I put them up on camera. A part of me would like to think I do. Is this me doing it now? Is this... Yes, I think... It is. Do I have to take my phone? We're not even going to get into it. I'm just... Yes. Here I am, putting my shelves up. They didn't go on as smoothly as I'd like. And I'm still a bit... I'm fairly sure they're going to fall down, because where the raw plugs were, I don't know what they're actually called. That's what my dad calls them. It's made a bit bumpy, which means they can't stick flat onto the wall properly. They're just a bit wobbly. So nice angle, Alex. Lovely angle that is, actually. Honestly, best angle that you could do. And then so I put the other one upside down. So I put 2 of them the right way up and then one of them upside down, because I wanted to put like more display things on them. I end up not keeping that Alex there. You'll see at the end what it looks like. I've moved a lot of stuff. The top kind of looks the same, just added some more stuff to it. But yeah, that's about it.